I want to talk about the importance of language when we are referring to dogs. I think that this is very important. I recently saw a few things and I've had some discussions with people that made me realize that this video needs to be made. You'll often hear people refer to their dogs as my son or my daughter. And by the way, this guy tells us his dog's job is to bark at things and make them go away, but that it is being bribed by a bear that is apparently bringing it deer bones. Someone explained to me how on earth dog worshippers get away with calling dogs loyal when dogs are so easily bribed with food. That's not loyalty. Incredible. Anyway, my furry son or whatever, and this is absolutely insane. We need to tell them they are being ridiculous, and we need to tell them to knock it off. Someone commented on one of my recent videos and explained to me that her husband had confronted the neighbor about their dog and referred to it as the dog. And this is not uncommon. The owner got very upset and told him, "It's Nash." Dog owners will often do this. They will expect us to talk about the dog as if the dog is a human being. They expect us to call the dog by its name or use the pronoun he or she. I responded to this viewer and wrote that I always refer to their dogs as it. We should not feed their delusions by using names or the pronouns he or she to humanize these remorseless predators. I've had quite a number of people argue with me recently on my channel, telling me dogs are not predators. I have provided evidence that they are. Doctors of veterinary medicine publishing articles explaining how all dogs are unpredictable, remorseless, bloodthirsty predators. To put these creatures on the same level as humans is beyond outrageous and crazy. It is also a huge, colossal insult to children. It is very, very damaging to children. Since I've been maintaining this YouTube channel, I have heard from so many children who have written to me and told me that they wish I could be their mother. I wish you were my mother, they say, because my mother or my father treats the dog better than they treat me. There are so many kids out there who are self-harming, turning to drugs and alcohol, depressed, killing themselves because they are placed on the same level as a shit-eating, remorseless predator. They take this in. When we compare them to dogs by calling a dog my son or my daughter, children absorb this, they internalize it, and it is extremely damaging. If you are a child and you can relate to what I'm saying right now, please comment down below so that other people can understand just how damaging this insanity is. Daily, dog worshippers contact me to tell me about the wonder of dogs, to tell me how wrong I am, how evil I am, and to try and sell me on how wonderful pit bulls are. Anyways, this one guy yesterday was telling me about his little girl. And by the way, he told me that I sound like someone who was bit by a dog as a child, and that this is probably why I hate dogs today. I get told this almost every day. Anyway, I responded to this guy and I wrote, "It isn't a girl. Like every dog, it is an unpredictable, remorseless, bloodthirsty predator. Most dogs were the sweetest dogs for many years before they disfigured or killed people in unprovoked attacks. I was never bitten by a dog. I am just informed and I have empathy. Where is yours? If someone hates cancer, do you assume they are a cancer survivor? If they hate pedophiles, do you assume they were raped as a child? What a weird assumption to make." He wrote, "No, she is most definitely a female." And I wrote, "A girl is defined as a female child. A dog is not a child, it is a dog. So you can say your dog is female, but it is not a girl. See, a child is defined as a young human being. A girl is defined as a female child, and a boy is defined as a male child. A daughter is defined as a girl or woman, not a dog, in relation to either or both of her parents. And a son is defined as a boy or man, not a dog, in relation to either or both of his parents. It's also important to note, and I can't believe we have to make this clear, but we do, a man is an adult male human being, not a dog, and a woman is an adult female human being, again, not a dog. This is very important. The guy wrote, okay, nobody cares about being all technical about it, and I wrote something that I think is very, very important. That we do care about being all technical because it is the humanization of these monsters that is causing immense human suffering and loss of life. Please see my video called The Danger of Anthropomorphizing Animals. This is the crux of the problem, I think. We are being programmed to think of dogs as people. This is happening through movies, TV shows, cartoons, books. I've talked about this so often. We are drilling it into our children. We are bombarded with this message constantly that dogs are like little people. They are not. And it all comes back to language. The way we talk about dogs is very important. It forms our beliefs about dogs. So I think that a very important step in combating this insane dog culture that is so destructive to humans, to wildlife, and to the environment is to call people out on the language, correct them when they are misusing language in referring to dogs. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will leave you with some peaceful scenes of my yard and the neighborhood I live in. Things have become a lot quieter since I yelled at the neighbor's dogs a couple of weeks ago. I made a community post about that, and some people called me crazy. Yeah, maybe it is crazy, but it's because dog worshippers have driven me crazy, and this is what it comes to. Many of you will know that confronting your neighbors politely and civilly about their barking dogs is a waste of time in most cases. They will tell you that it's what dogs do, so you got to get used to it, or get some earplugs, or why are you home during the day anyway? Go get a job. They have no empathy. So after a few years of this, I lost it when I was shoveling snow and the dogs were harassing and threatening me while I was on my property that I pay for, minding my own business. I will not be harassed when I'm minding my own business in my yard. So I got angry and I yelled loud enough for the entire neighborhood to hear. And ever since, it's been wonderful. It's not been silent. I still hear the dogs occasionally. But the owners seem a lot quicker to shut them up. Actually, in the past, they wouldn't shut them up at all. So I don't regret what I did. I don't recommend this course of action to everyone. I don't want to be held responsible if you confront your neighbor or you do what I did and then you get hurt or killed, because people have been killed after confronting dog owners about their dogs. See my video called Dog Ownership Breeds Violence. I won't be held responsible, but consider it, because it worked for me. If being on bad terms with my neighbors is the price I have to pay to enjoy peace and quiet in my yard or inside my home even, because I can hear the barking when I am in my home, then I'm willing to pay that price. But it is up to you to decide if it is a price you are willing to pay. You can hear the juncos. I wonder if you guys can hear that. They're up there.